Hey gang, Jeff Reinhart here. Week 5 LA League football. Video 3 of 3 for the week. These are the Section 3 teams. 3 Section 3 games and 1 non-league game. Lancaster Catholic gets the non-league game in week 5. We've reached the halfway pole of LA League football 2011. Wow, time's a flying. Okay, here's the Section 3 games for this week. Away we go. First up, all Lebanon County affair. Anvil-Cleona, Dutchman her own one, coming off a 38-6 loss at home on Monday night to Pequea Valley. Got a chance to go over there and see that game. 1-2 overall. Yes, they've only played 3 games. They had the game rained out against Hamburg. That'll be made up later in November. They take the bus ride to Fredericksburg and get Northern Lebanon. The hot Vikings. 0-2 start. They've rebounded quite nicely with 2 wins in a row. 14-6 over Hamburg, and then last week played really well against Elko. Beat their neighbors there 34-13. Tanner Dresch is really taking off here at quarterback. Rush for more than 220 yards in the Elko win. Triple option is sizzling, so Vikings are doing some good things. Don't forget, I think I pegged them second in the section. I think everybody will safely say that Lancaster Catholic is the favorite. But I had Northern Lebanon right there on the 2 line, and they're playing like it. The first 2 weeks were sort of head scratchers, but the Vikes have been really, really good. They'll go for three in a row here against Anvil at home. Dutchman averaging just 200 yards a game. That's last in the league. Had a great opening drive against Pequea the other night. Took the kickoff, boom, right down the field. Tyson Hayes scored 6-0. Good times, and then Pequea Valley just took over. Forced 4 turnovers, finished drives, and Chris Schmidt rushed for 200 yards. And Anvil just could not tackle that guy. He had a big night. So Anvil 1-2 overall, looking to get on track here in a section game. Good backyard Lebanon County rivalry kind of night. Anvil-Cleona at Northern Lebanon. See if the Vikes can go to 2-0 and stay right there in first place. Next up, Columbia plays its first section game. Coming off a 24-21 win over Boiling Springs on Saturday. Got a chance to see that. Tide goes to 3-1, playing well. They'll go to Myerstown and get Elko. Raiders are 0-1, 1-3. Coming off the loss to Northern Lebanon last week after beating previously undefeated Lebanon the week before. So Elko's kind of riding the roller coaster here. They're up and down, and some good, some not so good, and back and forth. So now they'll get a home game against Columbia, playing in its first section game. Usual suspects for Elko. Keep an eye on Dylan Hickernell in this game. He's been a beast to tackle. Saw he had a kick return for a touchdown last week as well. He's with the league leaders in rushing, so keep an eye on him. See if the Tide can tackle him. A big game Saturday night for Mike Burke, and I've been saying this for 3 years now, but pound for pound, if he's not the best player in the LL League, he's one of them. I mean, he's in the top 2 or 3, and I'm talking all positions, all grades, all whatever, shapes and sizes. He had 2 pick sixes. The second one was just unbelievable. I wrote about it, and I can talk to you now about it here. He's lined up deep to return a punt, and the Boiling Springs kept their quarterback in, and he was kind of like shotgun. He wasn't all the way back lined up to punt, but they sold it as a punt. Burke's all the way back inside the 10, and he sees that they're going to do a fake punt, and as soon as they snap it to the up man, who was the quarterback, Burke sprints 20 to 30 yards, comes flying up, picked out the receiver that the kid threw it to, jumped up, jumped the route, made the pick, and went 60 yards the other way for a touchdown. It was one of the best plays I've ever seen. I mean, it was amazing. I'm hoping there's video of that out there, because I'd love to get that posted. So a couple of pick sixes for Burke. He also had a touchdown catch called back. So, but a good win for Columbia, and they go to 3-1. So okay, I'm rambling. Columbia at Elko, Section 3 game opener for the Tide. Next up, I don't want to have to predict this game. I think this is one of the most fun games of the week. Donegal 0-1, 1-3, but gave Lancaster Catholic a major tussle last week. They go to Pequea Valley. Braves are 1-0, coming off the win over Anvil-Cleona. 3-1 overall. First time they've had 3 wins since 2002. Number 1 in the league in turnover ratio. Braves are +7. They're turning people over. They're capitalizing. They certainly did against Danville the other night, turning them over 4 times. I just think this is a good game. Peg Donegal to be right up there with the section leaders. Johnny Martin's been great, catching passes, running the ball, returning fumbles, special teams. He's been great. Pequay Valley, Chris Schmidt leads the league in rushing, 630 yards. Chad Tyson's been efficient. No picks for him yet at quarterback. Tyler Schmidt, I think, has 8 catches, but 5 are for touchdowns. So Pequay's been a lot of fun, and they're playing great. And this is a really, really intriguing game here. Big time. And I dread having to pick this one. Donegal at Pequay Valley. Non-league game this week. Lancaster Catholic is at home. Crusaders, lone undefeated team in the LL League, 4-0, coming off the 21-14 nip and tuck, hold them off at the end win over Donegal. They will host East Pennsboro from the Mid-Penn Capital. They're hot. They've won 3 games in a row. Lost the opener to Redland, I want to say, by a point, 22-21. But East Pennsboro's rallied now here. They've won 3 in a row, so they're playing well and doing some things. Beat Middletown last week. I think they shut out Steel High the week before. So they will come to Lancaster on a 3-game winning streak. Catholic, number 1 in the league in total offense, 451 yards a game. Picking it up a little on D. We'll see if Roman Clay plays. I know he missed last week against Donegal. He was a little nicked up. Coach Harbuck said he's questionable for this game. Brandon Hollister stepped in and got a bulk of the carries, and he was great. 195 yards, couple of touchdowns in the win last week. See if Catholic can go to 5-0. They beat East Pennsboro 42-0 last year over there. So interesting. Okay, those are the Section 3 games, Section 3 teams for week 5. Wow. Okay. Keep it on the page for more stuff of capsule previews coming up. Stats are all posted. All the usual. Blog, if you missed it, will be Mannheim Central at Solanco on Friday night, 7:30 kick, so I'll come on about 7 from Coreyville. Hope you find me. Thanks again for tuning in. Enjoy week 5, and I will catch you soon. Thanks.